Your days are numbered as you chant this hymn. A hymn of the night, a curse of darkness. A moment where life will be at question. Death will measure your heart. The scale of justice will take life apart. At the divine command, seeketh he the redemption. The destination shall be the realm of... What happened to the light? There was probably a short circuit. I'll go check it out. Where's my toolbox? Ethan must have taken it. Ethan, wake up. Your dad is fixing the electricity panel. Where did you keep his toolbox? Ethan? Ethan? Roger, call an ambulance. He's no more. Did you hear what happened to Ethan? He was found dead in his room last night. It's so sad. I heard doctors couldn't figure the cause of his death. He didn't have any injury or any health condition. Yeah, he just died. It's so strange. I still can't believe he's gone. We have to keep it together, Emily. Emily, Owen, and Ethan have been best friends since childhood. They grew up here in this small town, and they always hung out together. People knew their clique, but now another one of them has gone missing from their group. Emily, do you think he did it? He figured out how to do it? I don't know, Owen. I don't know. You have to go to his place. You have to get the file. How am I supposed to do that? Make some excuse. We need it. Why don't you do it? If I go, Mrs. Wilson will get suspicious. All right, fine. Emily, how are you, dear? I'm all right, Mrs. Wilson. How are you? Ethan's mother couldn't hold the tears as she nodded. I'm all right. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Wilson. You don't have to apologize. So what brings you here? Ethan actually had a notebook of mine. I was hoping to get it back. Sure, dear. Come in. Mrs. Wilson escorted Emily inside. She went straight to Ethan's room and waited. As soon as Mrs. Wilson went off, Emily quickly put down her bag and started searching through the shelves and drawers. Where is it? Where did you put it, Ethan? That's when she noticed an old panel on the side of his desk. It was a hidden compartment. Phew. Did you find your book? Yes, Mrs. Wilson. I should get going. It's getting dark. All right, dear. Stay safe. As soon as Emily got home, she put aside everything and sat down with the file. Ethan had been working on this for the past 3 months. Opening it, she found the pictures. And at last, Ethan's notes. He did it. He deciphered it. Apparently, this ancient text contained the secrets of the dead. But so many questions, doubts ran through Emily's mind. Whether it was authentic, whether it actually worked, whether it had anything to do with Ethan's death. There's only one way to find out. That night, after everyone went to bed, Emily cleared out her room and sat with the text. She would try it herself. Your days are numbered as you chant this hymn, a hymn of the night, a curse of darkness, a moment where life will be at question. Death will measure your heart. The scale of justice will take life apart. At the divine command, seeketh he redemption. The destination shall be the realm of death. But as Emily opened her eyes, she was still in her room. Nothing happened. Everything was just as it had been. With a sigh, Emily dropped the file into her drawer and pulled her blankets up. She needed rest. She needed time to get through all this. Sometime in the middle of the night, Emily woke up to a noise on her window. She looked up, startled, as another small stone hit the glass. Jumping out of bed, Emily looked out. Shocked by who she saw. Ethan? How can this be? Is this a dream? Emily rubbed her eyes. She pinched her arm. But when she looked out, there he was. Anxiously, she opened the window. Ethan, you're alive. Ethan looked around as he hid behind the bushes. Come out. Emily softly crept down the stairs and out the back door. She stared at Ethan in amazement. Ethan, I thought I would never see you again. Emily, you shouldn't have. What else did you expect us to do? We had to find out if you were able to figure it. Stay quiet, Emily, and stay low. You don't want them to hear you. Who? Emily peered over the bushes to see some people walking about aimlessly. It was almost 2 a.m. It was dark. There was something strange about the atmosphere. Who are these people? Where are we, Ethan? What happened to this place? Come with me. Emily followed after Ethan through the woods. Until she began to hear a strange sound. The sound of rushing water. Within a while, Ethan stopped by a river Emily had never seen before. The waters were as black as coal. didn't know there was a river here. Emily, we're not in the living world anymore. What? The living world. It's the third dimension. And what you see around you here, this is the fifth dimension. We have crossed over. We can see people from the third dimension, but the people of the third dimension can't see us. This is where people with unfulfilled lives have to come after death. Others, they cross to the seventh dimension. Unfulfilled? What does that mean? Shh, we don't have time. These people, you see, they haven't reached their final destination. They're bound to roam here till they're set free. You mean, it worked? Did you meet her? Rachel? No. Rachel. She was a friend of theirs. Just 6 months ago, it wasn't just the three of them, but four. But unlike the rest of them, Rachel was quite shy and introvert. It was during spring break. Emily, Owen, and Ethan had planned to go camping, and of course wanted Rachel to come along. Sorry guys, you know I'm not used to staying away from home. Come on, grow up Rachel, it's gonna be fine. On their insistence, Rachel agreed to tag along. And for the most part, the trip was turning out fine. The friends lodged by a hiking trail in the mountains. They set up a campfire, managed to roast up some food, and planned to spend the night under the stars. Are you sure there aren't going to be bears or tigers? Don't worry, they're not going to come by the fire. What about snakes? That I don't know about. How about ghosts? Why does it always have to be ghosts or creatures? Why can't it be angels? Doesn't it seem like demons and creatures and ghosts are more fascinated with humans than the angels? I actually heard about angels from my aunt. She said she read this book, The Creatures of Unseen. She read about angels and demons. A book? What does it say? Of the angels, there are three that rank above all. The archangels of the Lord of Light. They are obedient to the Lord and perform their duties as commanded. The guardian angel. The angel specially designated by the Lord of Light to assist those of humankind who are truly good and righteous, helps them in times of hardship and grief. A guardian, a counselor, a protector to the keepers of a clean heart. The angel of destiny, the one who writes fate. She makes sure that every event comes to pass as was destined. Those who intervene in her way, altering destiny's course, going against that which has been predestined, shall be cursed by the angel of destiny. Death shall visit him 7 times, taking his soul by the last. The angel of death, the one who comes to take man away from his vessel, the vessel onto which man was born. Birth and death is unavoidable, and when the determined time comes to pass for every individual, the angel of death descends to return with their soul. And just as there is the Lord of Light, there is a Dark Lord, one who rules over the underworld. He's forbidden into entering the human world, and can only do so as an incarnate, and of his followers are 3. The Night of the Dark Lord. No one knows who shall be the Night, not even the Dark Lord himself. He will be the one who shall come help establish the kingdom of the Dark Lord, the one of man who turns into demon through his irrevocable submission to the Dark Lord. The Dark Spirit. the spirit of the Dark Lord who possesses man to do works of unrighteousness, works of impiety and filth, causing man to go mad in his greed for women, for wealth and power. The worshipper. Of humankind, there are some men who are not human, but equal to demons, committing injustice and oppression to please the Dark Lord. They submit to him and are obedient to him, and will do anything in his cause. And then there are the angels of justice. They are neither one of the archangels of the Lord of Light, nor of the demons of the Dark Lord. They're free to do as they will. They fight against the demons of the Dark Lord, against evil and unrighteousness, but have been cut off from their connection to the Lord of Light, for having an ongoing clash with the Angel of Destiny and the Angel of Death. They wander the earth, unable to return to the Lord of Light, but are still obedient to him. Wow, that's interesting. You know what else is interesting? My aunt told me there's a page in the book that contains a ritual that can be performed to call an angel to descend. But a human being can never see an angel for themselves. Anyone who wants to meet an angel must close their eyes, for whoever shall cast a glance at them, even for a single instance, will not be able to bear it. And guess what? My aunt, she's blind. Whoa. You mean she saw? She never talks about it. Gossiping amongst each other, friends all eventually fell asleep. It was some time just before sunrise, however, the rain suddenly started to pour. The friends all hurried to pack their sleeping bags. But Rachel lay there asleep. Come on, Rachel, get up! When Rachel didn't stir, the friends all went to push her, only to realize Rachel was no more. Rachel? Rachel! We have to get her back right now. Rachel had sleep apnea. That night, she passed away in her sleep. The entire night, the three friends had been sleeping beside her body, thinking she was alive. It was because of me. I pushed her into coming here. Don't blame yourself, Owen. You heard what the doctor said. She was always at risk. Who are you kidding, Emily? All night she was like that. We didn't know. That incident traumatized the three friends. They felt guilty. They felt responsible for what happened. And it was ever since then, they grew a fascination with death, with the other realm, wondering if they could contact the dead, if they could contact Rachel. They began researching various books, visiting various psychics, but nothing seemed to work. Until that school trip to the museum. Where they found out about the tablets of death. These ancient tablets were discovered in a cave by the Red Sea. From the carbon dating and certain indications, scientists have linked the scriptures to revelations of death. This tablet thus has many names. Some call it the letter of Anubis, others the tablet of Thanatos, but no one knows the origins of this ancient text for certainty. Until date, no one has been able to decipher the contents of this tablet. The language in which it has been inscribed is more primitive than that found on the Rosetta Stone, which holds the key to understanding Egyptian hieroglyphics. Attempts to decipher the tablet is still running today, but to no success. You think it says, "Secrets of Death"? That day, the friends had secretly taken a picture of the tablet. And Ethan, being the smartest one from among them, was the first to give it a try at deciphering it. Ethan worked for days, weeks, going into the depths, referencing the Rosetta Stone, but the tablets were extremely difficult to make out. Until one night, Ethan figured a small detail that allowed him to decipher the entire text. But what he didn't realize was that this tablet was no ordinary text. It was a passage to the fifth dimension. I don't know where Rachel is. I've been trying to find her. She could be here, or she could have passed over to the other dimension. How do we get out of here? I don't know. But Ethan, they've buried your body. As I was researching, there are ways you can rejuvenate old bodies. All of a sudden, Emily held her ears to a shrieking sound. She peered over to see everyone running, as something appeared in the distance. What is happening, Ethan? That's when they all turned to gaze at them.
You don't know where you are? You don't know what time it is? You don't know what will happen to you?
As they all surrounded them, Emily saw it in the distance. What is that? Ethan, who is he? Run. Emily was found dead the next morning, her body in the same condition Ethan had been in. No one could understand how, but Owen knew it couldn't be a coincidence.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.